welcome to the first step of building a train room in our basement. So this part is going to focus on making the shelves for the train room where I'm going to be storing my wooden railway trains. Our story begins in Montoursville, Pennsylvania at English's Model Railroad Supply. The history of this store was it opened up originally in Sunbury, Pennsylvania by Lou and Shirley English, who operated a hobby shop in their home's basement, but eventually it moved up to Montoursville, Pennsylvania, and then it eventually opened up Bowser Manufacturing, or also known as Toy Train Heaven, in their store, which manufactured different train items. And so, after 77 years, English's Model Railroad Supply closed in 2023. And so, while they were closing, my dad and I decided we wanted to get two of the shelves from their wooden railway supply. And so this story will tell you how we got them. Late September of 2023, a few days before the closing of the store, my dad and my grandfather just made a trip up to the store in a truck and picked up the shelves while I was at school. And so when we came home, they were in my garage. A few weeks later, my dad and I decided to move the shelves into the train room so that I could start putting them together. So we used a piano dolly to wheel them into the room from the garage, and then we cleaned them off from all the years of dust and stuff that were on them. And so then we turned them up because they were sideways on the dolly, and then set the shelves in one at a time, cleaning them all off. So my original plan was to have the top be for my shelf decorations, but they were too big, and so we're going to be adding a board on to attach them by. And then we were going to have new unboxed items and other displays up top. Then as we moved down, we were going to have more of a decoration area and other special engines. And then the next two shelves were going to be for displaying all my other engines, and then have a display area for all my older items, and then the bottom be for storing my buildings and other destinations. Before all this, all my items were stored in my bedroom closet, which was very crammed because of it. So when we moved it out, I had a lot of space in there all of a sudden, and so now I store other things in there. Eventually, I realized that I didn't have enough room to put all my stuff down here and have it all. So I decided to get rid of the display area for older items for the time being and store as many items as I can on the bottom two shelves, which are going to be used for destinations. And I had to move my extra engines up a shelf instead of having them all somewhere else. I got everything the way I wanted it, including 7 Sodor Bay bridges at the top of different variants. And all the shelves are evenly spaced, which is nice. For the time being, the shelf toppers are still not attached, but we put all the yearbooks in the back, as well as different magazines. Sam and Logan books are on there. My own personal Thomas CD is on the shelf, as well as my Percy Bowl, as well as the last items I got from Englishes, which were the 4 new 2022 items. Now that the shelves were done, it came time to start organizing the rest of the training room so that we were ready to move on to the next step of the project. And the first step of that was to organize all my track wooden rally stuff, as well as other unbranded trains. Hello, this is December 2023. About a month after we put these in. There's the cat, always trying to get in the way. We have our shelf. We have some magazines and a script on the keyboard. And then I'm currently working on separating all the tracks. We have all the train stuff in the corner, all organized. That way there's more room to sort with. And so, here we go. So now we have everything categorized. We have one type of off-brand track, two off-brand tracks, free. Then we have clickety-clack track, and then we have traction rail. And we are done. So we have stacks of one unbranded track over here, clickety-clack there, other types of unbranded track over there, plus a turntable and some arched stone bridges. And then we have traction rail over here. Okay, so we have the bins put under the counter here for now, all organized. And then I noticed I wanted to have my yearbooks displayed, so I put them on this side, starting with 1995, 1996, 97, 99 handbook, then 09, 010, 11, 13. Then we have my Fisher-Price catalogs in the back over there. So this is a final tour of the train room as of 2023. So we have the bookshelf being used as storage. Mats over here, sky, keyboard, books, model railroad stuff, the backgrounds and grass, wooden railway stuff such as track and old storage bins, and off-brand stuff in the box, styrofoam to maybe craft with someday, a bookshelf, picture frames, railroad crossing sign, and then this train shelves with the Sodor Bay bridges at the top, new in box stuff and limited edition stuff on this shelf, special engines and more new in box items, and a Percy Bowl, yearbooks, a Thomas CD, people, and other special trains on this shelf, books, as well as Fisher-Price magazines, battery operated engines, 2 Lego figurines, factory air pocket watch, and other trains I've collected around the country, as well as a Mr. Rogers setup. Then down here we have the main engines in front, trees and other accessories in the back, my bathtub Bulstrode, and then extra engines in the back. Moving down the shelf, we have the Scarloey Railway engines, Caldy, Mike Frank, Harold Bulstrode, and then the road vehicles. Colin and Cranky will be here along with the boulders, and then in the back we have rolling stock as well as cranes and other rolling stock and coaches. And then the bottom two shelves are dedicated to different destinations. And then we have the two signs here. So now that we have everything organized, we're going to be working on preparing for the next step, which is to get ready for a train table in here. So, thank you for watching, everyone, and see you in 2024.